2026 at 6 p.m. If we'll all stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. Chris McCain, President, and I'm going to call roll. Please indicate verbally, some manner, your presence. All right. Brian Arthur. Here. Rick Corbin. Here. Brad McQuitty. Here. Tim Pritchard.
Here.
Steve Denny. Here. Thank you. You were all sent the meeting minutes and
Oh.
I didn't think it. Anybody have any additions, corrections, deletions that they want to bring forward? Nope. All right, I will ask that someone makes a motion to accept the minutes of our November meeting. Okay, Tim, is that?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
okay, so Tim Pritchard and moved and Brian Arthur seconded. Those in favor of approving of the November minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. There is no old business. Welcome to 2026. Our first order of business will be the election of 2026 officers. According to the ordinance that we're under, there's nothing that tells us how often, how, so it doesn't matter. We just need to fill these positions. So president, vice president, and secretary. So I guess I think I've talked with all of you and asked if anybody are interested, and nobody's interested in being president. Am I putting anybody on the spot?
I think we're interested in you, maybe.
I know, that's.
I'll make a motion.
Fight over me. Okay.
Second. You're doing a great job.
Okay, yeah, shut up. Just kidding. I can be sarcastic on my day. All right. Those in favor of Chris McCain remaining president of the board, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Vice president.
I'll make a motion to retain the remaining seats as seated.
Okay.
Second.
All right. All those in favor of retaining the current board member positions as are, that would be Brad McQuitty, vice president, and Brian Arthur, secretary, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. So it stands that the officers from 2025 will continue in 2026. All right. Next order of business is to vote to approve or disapprove of Dina Watkins to change from records clerk to office manager. Mark, do you want to speak to this and anything about this at all?
Real simple. There's two different positions. They have two different pay scales. Connie Wetzel, who was employed with me for upwards of 13 years, held the position of office manager, which of course is above a clerk in pay. The money is available, the position's available, and Dina brings equal, if not more, knowledge than Connie in her job. And it's really a simple thing. Dina was hired in as a clerk because at the time we still had Connie on the payroll.
Mhm.
So with Connie leaving, it just switches it up. So if there was any question about hourly wage, which was already approved by the council, it's in the pay scale. She makes currently 28.01. It's weird, per hour, and it jumps it up to 32.38.
Okay.
But Dina brings a wealth of ability, so she's well worth it. She's working out great. It's perfect. It's as simple as that.
Anybody have questions of the chief about this change? Urge you to speak up. Okay. Nothing. All right, so I'm asking someone to make a motion that we approve Dina Watkins as the new office manager.
I'll make a motion.
Rick Corbin is making a motion, and second,
I'll second.
Ryan, second. Okay, all those in favor of Dina Watkins becoming the office manager signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, say nay. Okay. Dina Watkins, and I must say, she is a nice face to walk into to talk
Oh,
with.
yeah, great.
She really is very, very pleasant.
A lot of people may not know, but when Pendleton Town Court started, Dina worked right under the judge and was instrumental in developing the software and the interconnectivity to the court systems. Then when the court went under, she then moved to, she was at one time the juvenile center, and then she also worked in the Madison County Government Center. And so, yeah, she's very connected in that way. It works out perfect.
She's been very, very great.
Then Chief, are you gonna fill the other position, the clerk? You're not, just,
Until sometime in the future, maybe when we maybe do something to offer some Saturday or weekend hours and maybe some late, early evening hours, but right now, there's no need.
I'm just curious if you're gonna fill Connie's position or not.
Well, that's what we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Tina's position, I mean,
Yeah. So the clerk spot, the lower position, if there's a need in the future. But this way, the money's there, the position's there, but I'm not filling it anytime soon.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect.
All right. Item 6C is policy 1032, mandatory minimum staffing. And Assistant Chief Trailer sent us this one asking us to review it. He said this has been in the works, and you probably can speak to that. This has been in the works for a while. And now we actually have the staff that we can do this realistically.
Yeah, we, it's always been a goal that we have 2 patrolmen on the road at any given time. We now have that staffing to be able to do that. What we've always done is if I only had 1 patrolman out, and of course that patrolman got into something, we leave the office. We go support as well. I mean, we're cops, we can go do it too. What this does is by putting in a policy form, it now assists my shift sergeants in detailing their shifts. So if you get that guy that goes, hey, can I have 4 hours off today or this and this? They now have some teeth to either say yes or no and make those arrangements. Before we had this policy, there was no way of denying that or really making choices based on the best for the department. So by having this, it's like I said, it's always been our goal, it's always been our intent, but this now really sticks at home. We need to have 2 officers on duty all the time. How long we're. My sergeants said they approved it. They like it because it's gonna help them be able to run their shifts.
Another layer of governance, probably, and structure. Yeah, it's good.
Help me understand, I mean, you can't live on hypotheticals, but if someone would break their ankle.
Right.
Or, and go off, not be able to work, how would that affect, would someone have to come in and fill in?
Yeah, you would, well, as far as administration, we're here. But you would go down on call list, we'd call down the road and say, patrolman, yes, you get 1 in.
Would that get into overtime?
As much overtime as we're currently, we do that anyway. There are times when we do that. So again, this just, by making this a rule, it lets the patrolman know in their brain, okay, I need to either switch shifts to have another officer cover for me, or I need not take that day off at a whim. And just causes that amount of structure to be involved.
My concern is I don't want to cost the
Right.
town a lot of overtime.
In
If
my,
we can work.
in my 20 years now as chief, this was the first year, last year, that I was cautioned about overtime. And we had a lot of stuff that caused that.
That's
And I was in 20 years, that's the first time I was cautioned with the clerk, hey, watch your overtime, just tighten it up a little bit. But see, one thing in law enforcement, we can offer cash or time. That's a state law.
Oh, okay.
So like, if, for example, if you were one of the officers and I said, I need you to come in and work overtime, I have to, as an administrator, tell you it's for time,
Okay.
or it's for cash, or I can give you the
Choice.
choice.
Okay.
But that negotiation's done before you say yes.
Okay.
So if I don't have any cash to give, hey, Can you work for some comp? Yeah. And in the police business, the older you get, the more you realize comp's worth more than the money sometimes. So it works out.
Okay. Anybody else have questions for the chief or?
And this is just one of those items that came up with new policies that
Right, it through
for you to. know.
Alexa poll and.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's, make a motion.
Increased structure is good, so I motion to vote and approve, the mandatory minimum staffing policy.
Right, Arthur, okay. And who would second?
Second,
Tim Pritchard, second. All those in favor of accepting this policy 1032 on mandatory minimum staffing, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Okay, second policy that we were asked to look at, and that we just got, was the traffic safety and enforcement detail overtime rate 1033. You want to speak to that?
I just saw a typing error in 1033.2. Any sworn police officer that works a pre-approved overtime, does that say full on your guys' list or did he
we
check?
don't have copies of it.
You don't have copies?
No.
It does.
It is,
I read it. Yeah, I read it earlier. It's
Okay.
missed. Yeah, you're right.
all right. But that's it, we get that changed.
Okay,
But what this is we have to have this policy on file with this wording for when we work Operation Pullover and the state funded projects. And it's a way that the billing of our hourly salary that goes to the state to be reimbursed.
okay,
So when you hear click it or ticket, Operation Pullover, each one of those entities from the state pays a hourly salary to our guys, but the town pays first and the state reimburses.
okay,
And what this allows is the billing to be correct, to get reimbursed by the state.
okay. Because that.
Yeah.
Questions? Now, I'm saying questions, if people have questions or they want to think about it longer, it's okay, but if they don't, if you don't have a question or if you don't want to give us much time, I will tender a, motion.
Yeah, this particular one's just a bookkeeping item,
Okay,
so that we can charge double over that normal hourly rate
okay,
for the projects.
okay.
I'll make a motion to approve 1033 as submitted.
I'll second it.
Okay, so. All right, those in favor of policy 1033, traffic safety and enforcement detail overtime rate. Say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Then nay. Okay. Today we received a recap from, and this isn't on the agenda, but I'm just looking
But I was
for,
wondering, we went over it earlier, we had one thing we were gonna add, and we discussed it, but I was wondering if you'd like to send it. So I was gonna bring that up.
the recap,
Yeah, our yearly, I did not make a copy for myself, we reviewed it in the office.
right,
But if you look at it closely, you'll see where we run compared to the other larger agencies in
Mhm.
Madison County. So of course, Anderson Police Department, and then Madison County, and then us. So even the city of Ellick, the city of Elwood, their numbers are.
I myself would like to have you spend some time on it at the next meeting.
Yeah.
And ask questions, but I didn't get it in time to really think about it enough. So this is just my opinion as one person on the commission, but I would like to put that on the next agenda.
In the world of Assistant Chief Trailer, it was an example of his energy of, hey, let's get this to him. So.
I was shocked because I thought that was gonna be the next meeting anyway.
Well, we try to get it, like I'll have it for the council, next Thursday. So we definitely want to do it the first of the year.
But thank you for giving it to us first. So that's pretty neat. But I think if we, I'd like to go through, the other thing that I put forward, and I'd like for any of you who, I'd like for us to get some idea of your big picture of the next year. You know, dream a little bit, see where you're going, what
I
you're
actually,
thinking.
we had that discussion today too. I said, should we add in our goals for 2026? And as we kicked it around, we decided to separate the two so that we didn't bombard them too much. We can look at that, on its own merit. But I do know that we've received a lot of money with corporate sponsors that we've been out soliciting for the special response team. They're loading gear today. That we purchased the helmets, the communication ability, other stuff they needed, all with donations, corporate donations. A lot of people here in the community have helped us out a lot. So we sent out thank you letters to them. Probably in the future, in order to keep our SRT team funded, we're gonna do some golf outings, things like that. And then forfeitures, and stuff like that will go towards them as well, but yeah, right now corporate donors have come through large.
Nice. So we'll look forward to our February meeting, hearing more details about both.
Perfect.
All right. Anybody want to bring up anything before we adjourn?
Yeah.
Brian?
Good too.
Steve?
No.
Brad? Tim?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you guys for your service.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Sue he motion to adjourn.
Well, second.
Sorry.
Listening.
Meeting adjourned at 6:16.